Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy Photo, and we back. Just like I told you, we'll be in the last one. Now we in the next one, and the next time we'll be in the next one, and the next time after that we'll be in the next one. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and relax to the videos that you see. This is a tutorial. Summer chores, man. We still doing it. This is our fourth video. I know I said the last one would be the last one, but I discovered another issue, man. I walked across my computer, my gaming rig, and I kicked it, man. So much dust came out of that damn thing, man. I almost ran out the house. So today, this morning, we're gonna be cleaning out my CPU, my computer that I use for my gaming rig, and also I'm going to have to take it apart because I had attempted to use two GPUs, not knowing anything about SLI, or trying to have maybe a GPU do something this way and something else for that one, but it doesn't work like that. So I have to remove that GPU because it is sucking power from the computer itself. So right now we are going to try to unplug. I know it looks like a mess. It seems like a lot, but it's really not, man. It's really simple. So we're gonna try to disconnect all these cables. It looks like a mess, man, but trust me, I know exactly where everything is. And if you run a setup like I run or anybody runs, unless you have a professional, you know what I'm saying? You see people in these videos that gaming rigs look really, really fucking nice and it's all organized. The average person gaming rig don't look like that, all right? We just ain't got time to run the wires and all that shit. We just want it to work. We just need that shit to work. All right, so YouTube, I hope you keeping notice of my maintenance. Make sure when you handling this plug to the computer, make sure you flick that toggle switch first, and make sure the power is completely off to your computer, because if it's running low or updating, you may have it on automatic updates, and you pull that plug in, you can lose everything. So make sure that you flip that toggle switch before you unplug it. All right, so the main reason we are doing this, as you see me wipe my hands on the carpet, it is so dusty up under there because it's pulling from the air, and the reason I had the wood blocks up under there is so it can get some air. And yeah, the reason I have those wood blocks up under there, yeah, I know, I hand cut them and everything. No, I didn't. I took it to Lowe's, asked them to do it, but so it can get some air. If you sitting your computer flat on the floor, especially if you got carpet, you're just choking the battery, not the battery, but the power source from the inside, because it has to suck in air also. So you have to raise it up off the floor. So that's why I did it. And it is sucking in a lot of dust, because I don't go down there and dust every day, I'm telling you. So we have, as you see, we have all the cables now unhooked from my gaming setup, and we are now about to carry this thing downstairs. I know this gonna get crazy, but stick with me. This is a huge gaming rig, guys. This is the Nighthawk 117 or something like that, I believe. Another, look at this dust coming out the front. You can see the dust flying out already. I'm not a wire type of guy, but I did want you to see the lights. It lights up all pretty when you start it up, but as you can see, it is crazy dusty. So let's try to get this gaming rig is very heavy. It comes in somewhere around 50 pounds or something like that. It's very heavy. It's really heavy, maybe more. And I'm gonna just as we walk down, I'm gonna give you a couple tools that you're gonna need before you get to do this. First, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver for the nuts, and then you're gonna need this static resistor type band that goes around your arm, and you're gonna need dust, a dust cleaner, canned gas, air, whatever. You're gonna need it to spray out the dust, because you're not gonna physically be able to put a microfiber cloth in there. And you need that yellow band thing for the static, because once you touch your electronics with that static, it is a complete wrap for your whole gaming setup. There is no do-overs. It's dead. That's how you brick anything easy, especially walking on carpet. But we're working on wood floor, so we're not really worried about it that much. But I left some upstairs. But first, oh yeah. If you looking, bro, I'm not a Golden State fan. I'm only a Durant fan. Remember that. As we walk back upstairs, I left my phone up there. I have to be entertained at all times, okay? We got to be entertained at all times. I got to keep Twitch going, stay updated. Plus, I'm watching right now. I just discovered the Mexican runner, and I think he's a pretty cool streamer. Plus, I'm a big fan of retro gaming. So yeah, I always watch those guys. Keep it on my TV. It's amazing what those guys do for retro gaming, especially when I was playing old school Castlevania. I couldn't imagine nobody beating that game like the way they beat it. Probably took me my whole childhood to even beat it once. They just running through it over and over and over and over again. So it is what it is. I'm sorry I have all the rest of my tools out, my camera and all that, but never mind that. Just dodge all that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the static resistor band that I was telling you guys about. We're going to show you how to put it in. It's just a simple like wristband type deal. So you just take it through a hoop. You know, the best you can is one person. It works better if you get somebody to put it on you. I'm telling you. All right, cool. So this is a metal part touching your wrist and plugged up with you, and then you're gonna hook it on to something metal, preferably inside the case. But if you can't, you can find like a nice screw on the outside. They are metal, and you don't have to worry about it. It won't. You know what I'm saying? Once you plug it up to something metal, it relieves all the static electricity off of you, so you're good. So once we get plugged up, you are ready to go. Remember, you're gonna go lefty loosey, righty tighty. So you're gonna release. I took the wrong nut. There's no reason for me to pull that off for real. All right. So you're gonna first we're taking it off. So we're gonna turn this Phillips head left to release the screws on your gaming case. Depending on which case you got, you may want to hold it or put it on this side. I don't do things right, so I apologize for that in advance. So once you have all the screws off, you just pop the gaming rig case off, and bam, you have everything that you need exposed. Everything is exposed already. So we're gonna go ahead and whip out the duster for the electronics, because please do not take a microfiber cloth to your gaming rig. It'll be tragic. I promise you, it will be very tragic. So first of all, we want to get that old GPU that I had out of there. Remember what I was telling you about, the one that was just sucking up? I thought a computer would use, I could select a GPU to do certain tasks, but it doesn't work like that. Only way it works is they have to work together through SLI. So I just wanted to test it, and I just left it in because this shit is heavy and it's hard to do. So once I'm plugged up and got all the static electricity is off of me, I'm going to remove this rig. I'm going to remove this GPU, this video card. First, you want to take out your power source to the GPU. Every GPU uses the power source, no matter what. So make sure you remove that, and then remember to take the screws off. Don't snatch it off yet. Take the screws off with your Phillips head, or you can really use a flathead if you wanted to, because it has design grooves for both screwdrivers, so you can use both if you would like, which is totally fine. But right now it has two screws, one at the top, one at the bottom. I am currently working on the one at the top. This is I forgot what it is. It's something Gigabyte Wind Force. I'm looking to update my gaming rig pretty soon with another new one. As you can see on the floor in the living room, I have my old build, which is pretty much new. I don't really use it that much, and things. So right now we able to pull it out. Remember, this one was not fastened down. That's so stupid what I just did. I plugged it up to the thing that I was pulling out. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? So you won't make the same mistakes I make in this video. And if you see any mistakes in this video that I'm doing, like holding the card by the plastic piece, then let me know. So this card, I would not probably be using this card anymore. So if you want it, you know what I'm saying, throw me a price. I probably sell it for cheap. It's a Gigabyte, 4 gigabyte HD Wind Force type deal. I streamed with it early in my career. It did pretty good. It got me up to about 720p. Now I'm going to 1080. So as you can see, all this dang dust in here, man. I haven't dusted it in about 6 months, so it did pretty good. Like it's not that bad. So what you want to do, you won't want to spray it in there all while. Your duster should come with a little red stick, looks like, on the back, and what it does is it help you get into those small crevices, so you can be more accurate with your sprays or your air, because it is limited. Be forewarned, as you're spraying the the cold, well, the air, the compressed gas, as it says on the can, the bottle will freeze. So be very aware of that. I mean, it gets really cold, almost. So it's one of them, it gets so cold it burns your hand type deal. So just be forewarned about that. There's nothing wrong. You might need to just sit it down for a while, take a little, maybe 2 or 3 minute break, and then go back at it. But for the sake of time, I kind of power through it, or maybe put on some gloves. My dumb ass didn't think of that. Put some gloves on. But yes, all my fans, if you can't see, I don't think you can see it in the video, but it's dust flying everywhere. You know, I'm cleaning my CPU and everything. This right here is the Elgato Pro that I was telling you guys about. It streams up to 60 frames per second, 1080p. It's very nice, low latency type of product. So I am looking to upgrade to the Ava Media too, as soon as I finish doing my research on it. But back to the dusting that we were doing. So as you can see, make sure you get all of the vents, clean all your vents. You want to, because this is not like something you could do every day. You don't want to do this every day. So make sure that you clean it. Now that you got it down, you take your time and pull out all the drives out and whatever, and just make sure you just spray in there. You know, just knock the dust off of everything. Make sure everything is malfunctioning, and I mean everything is malfunctioning. Everything is functioning properly, and you're good. Now on the front of these vents, this Nighthawk has, I think, approximately 8 fans on it, and it's very, very, very quiet, but it has a lot of crevices to it, so it gets very, very dusty very quickly. So make sure you hit all of the tops. Each slot that you see is like, it's 2 fans at the top, but it blows out of that. It's like it looks like a fighter jet. Once you start it, it opens up like a fighter jet, and the lights come on, and it's pretty cool. And the fans start blowing. So that's what I'm spraying at the top. And if you see me now, I'm trying to warm my hands back up because the can has frozen over. If I was smart, like I am now, like hindsight is 20/20, I would have put on gloves, but I didn't. I wasn't smart. I wasn't very smart. And I got plenty of gloves laying around. So the air, as you can see, this can air it has so much pressure, it just knocks the dust right off of everything. And like I said, man, make sure you're plugged up. Make sure you don't have any static on you at all, because if one touch of any of these products will fry the whole gaming rig. And while you got your case open, make sure everything is fastened down. Just take a couple seconds, make sure your wires are good, make sure everything's fastened down pretty tight, because all the banging around that you do with it, you know, can make some things loosen up. So just make sure everything's tight, and you'll be good to go. This process is very, very easy. It's not difficult at all. I have never fried anything when I'm not hooked up to the static thing. But however, with a rig like this, I am not taking any chances at all. So I advise you, man, because it can happen. Like, just when you get too comfortable, it can happen to you, man. It'll just fry everything. You would not know it. It just won't start no more. You won't even know what's wrong. But so make sure you hooked up. Yep, I'm dumb. I should have got some gloves. I know. So while you're in the back, now that we're outside the rig, I don't think we're gonna worry about it anymore. Just make sure you can spray in the plugs. It looks like it's building up water, but it's not. It's like it's frosting over because it's so cold, but it's not. It's dry to the touch. So you don't have to worry about that. And make sure that you clean your ports out. This would be the smartest way to do it. I don't think before I do stuff most of the time. So if you turn it sideways, it may be a little bit easier for you and blow the dust off. My wife is gonna kill me about this table. So make sure you blow the screen off on the bottom, because it's probably the most important part. Because if your gaming rig power supply is not doesn't have an adequate airflow to the power supply, it can catch fire. Like, it can get hot. That power supply gets hot. So make sure it's raised off the ground. If you playing on carpet, if it's on the floor, make sure you put some blocks or something up under it. Make sure you giving it adequate airflow, making sure everything's flowing pretty good, to keep your gaming rig cool. Because if it gets too hot, especially for y'all that have those real high power rigs, trying to clean it, things can go very bad very fast. So After you're done spraying, make sure you tuck your wires in. I'm pretty sure you probably have your wires tucked a little neater than me, but you know me, Mr. No Edits. I really don't care. This thing just needs to work, and I want to keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess anything up, turn anything out, do anything wrong to it. But and I think this I hope my warranty's still good on all this equipment, man. I think it is, man. I don't think I had it a year. I probably had it maybe 6 months. And for me, since I'm outside the case, I am going to use a microfiber dust rack on the outside casing. I won't touch the inside with my microfiber Swiffer sweeper type deal. Just make sure you're getting all the dust around it off, or else once you turn the fan, if you leave all the dust on this thing, I've done this before and it's crazy. Once you slap that rig back together, you plug it up and you turn it on, those fans will suck that dust right back off of the glass. So make sure it is spotless. Make sure your casing, the outside casing, is free of dust before you cut it back on, before you turn it, before you plug the power supply back into the wall. So now that we have everything looking pretty good, we're gonna go ahead and reassemble this baby. So with the Nighthawk, all you have to do is find your groove, the little grooves on the inside of it. I don't know if you can see it. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure I didn't show you. I didn't even think about showing you. But for each rig is different anyway. But it's usually two grooves that you find on it, and then you just pop it back into place like so. Like I'm gonna show you in 1 second. It's grooves. I know you can see it. There you go. I gotta line them up. Hold up. I'm getting there. And there it is. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure it's sealed pretty good. And get your screws. Now, remember the rule for using screwdrivers. It is righty tighty, lefty loosey. So make sure you screw it right and then keep it tight. You good. And then you'll be good. Trust me. And that's how you clean your rig, man. You are now a professional rig guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch any more videos on cleaning your computer rigs, because I have showed you the best way to do it, and it's the clearest. This is the clearest one, guaranteed. Like, outside of the little gamer geek guy, you know what I'm saying? He be giving me a little run for my money, but it's the clearest one. You can hit it with. Make sure you clean your slots, like your Ethernet port. You can spray air all up in there, everything. A little piece of dust can fly up in there and mess up your whole setup. So just make sure everything is copacetic. Make sure you keep your gaming rig cleaned and dusted, so you can keep that airflow, because no airflow, no game, bro. Remember that rule? Hey, that was tight. No afro. Come on. No airflow, no game, bro. You understand? Yep. So as we finish up here, man, just making sure I get the finishing touches, because I don't want to do this. Trust me, bro. Your gaming rig is heavy and it's hard to get to, and it has a lot of stuff plugged up to it. So you don't really want to do this often. So you got to make sure you hit every piece of it while you got it out. Make sure you clean it. Make sure it's spectacular. And this is the finished product. I appreciate y'all for stopping through. Make sure you hit that sub button, man. And this photo tee, man. Don't forget us, man. And everything is good. We're done. And my bro, take it away, because we are out of here. Peace.